What's up guys, it's Mr. George here, and I'm the person behind a familiar SpongeBob Plush series on YouTube. And with the finale of this series being a few days away from its release, I'm going to take you all behind the scenes of how I make the film. We're going to cover every place I filmed the finale at. We're also going to cover how it's like filming this series, and also explain why I'm ending the series for good now. So let's hop right into the video. Alright, what is up guys? So, you're catching me on the 21st of May. It is currently 8:30 at night, so it's a little bit more bright out than I was expecting, but of course, what can you expect at this time of the year? And so, welcome to what is the start of a crazy 4 weeks for me, as tonight, we are starting to film what is going to be the last Plush video I will ever be doing, which feels crazy to even be saying that, but it's happening. And of course, I've given you all as many Plush video ideas in mind for the series, and now this was the best idea I could come up with to end it for good. So yeah, you're catching me on what is a windy but quite a warm, you know, spring summery night or something like that, where we are going to start off by filming this finale with basically the opening cutscene, which is Plankton and Beaky, which I've got in my hand, and basically take you through how I'm going to do this as well. And yeah, pretty much there's no other cutscenes we're doing tonight besides this opening one, so we're going to get this done in a flash, and I'll take you guys through it. Right then guys, so we are going to kick it off by starting off by looking at the sky, and then I'm going to bring the camera down and make it zoom in towards Plankton. So this is it guys, once we get this started, there is no going back. So without further ado, let's get into it. No, I didn't like that. Do it again. That's one example there, guys, of how my filming gets interrupted. Alright guys, so this is where voice acting begins. So what we've got here is Plankton and Beaky all lined up, and I'm going to have the script right beside me on another phone right here, and basically we're just going to attempt, like we did in my 300 sub special, to read through everything that's read on this part of the script. So here goes nothing. For 48 years, Beaky, I've been trying and trying so much to steal the Krabby Patty secret formula, and I still haven't got my hands on it. It's taking so long.
15 minutes later.
And there we have it guys, the opening cutscene of the Plush series finale is all done with the filming, and this pretty much means I can now start editing a bit of the finale. So like I said, I didn't want to do this too late at night, just because there are neighbours around me that are trying to get some sleep, of course, and also because it's a random weekday and everyone's got to get up in the morning, and also because I couldn't do any time late at night because, you know, I wanted it to be pitch black originally, but because it doesn't get dark out until, like, you know, 10 p.m. at night now, all because of it being, you know, very light at night now because of the time of the year, I just had to do it at this time. So this was the best option I had. But guys, it's all done now, and I'll be catching you guys within a few days for when we continue filming. So you all are now catching me on the 24th of May, and it's currently 12:15 in the afternoon, and today we're going to continue filming the big film of mine with basically SpongeBob and Patrick's first appearance in the film, where basically, as I wrote in the script, they're in bed, and so there's going to be an alarm sound effect that I'm going to put in the background for them waking up and basically heading their way to the next scene, which will be the Krusty Krab. So guys, without further ado, we've got to face the window to start this off, and let's hop into it. That was no good enough either.
1 million zillion jillion dillion cotillion times later.
And there it is, guys. We finally got SpongeBob and Patrick's first appearances over with. But my gosh, was this scene impossible, because it wasn't mostly the getting out of bed situation I had doing right here that was like the most hardest. The most hardest was mostly just throwing Patrick out of the door. And the way I had to do this was try and get him out of the shot, because I was always going like this, so he would always remain in the shot. But I got it done in the end and just had to put the camera in a different angle. So I'm not going to give you guys any more behind the scenes now of what I do for the next few bedroom scenes of mine in SpongeBob and Patrick's room. But I am going to come back tonight to film the Krusty Krab scenes, as I'm out this afternoon and won't have time right now to do that. So I'll catch you guys later. Forget about what I said 2 seconds ago, guys, because you all are now catching me on the 25th of May, where it's 1:40 in the afternoon, and I did promise yesterday evening I would do these Krusty Krab scenes, but because of the painful afternoon I had yesterday, I decided to do it today. So, we're here now anyways, and we've got the whole squad lined up here, ready for this scene, and basically, we're going to have SpongeBob and Patrick in this scene come together with this lot to gather them all together and basically discuss the plan of how they're going to stop Plankton's war between SpongeBob, Mr. Krabs, and the whole Krusty crew pretty much. Now, normally with Krusty Krab scenes, if you all would like some facts here, they normally just get messed up a lot of the time, all the time I'm doing Krusty Krab scenes. So what I always have to do is think about my impressions I'm going to do with these characters, and also figure out the camera angles I want that are not always going to tilt to the ground, you know, because every time I do that, without holding the camera, it always just messes up. So I always have to, you know, figure it out, and then after like 10 takes, it happens in the end and I get through it. So there's a little fact for you guys. But yeah, let's hop into this Krusty Krab scene now, and I'll be catching you guys once it's all done. Everyone, if we have the citizens and confidence to take... See what I mean, guys? That's one example.
Patrick.
Huh?
Why don't you just order some chum instead?
Oh, great idea. Plankton.
Can't quite believe this, guys, but I was able to get the Patrick ordering scene over with first try, where normally it takes like several times to do, because if you want to know some other facts about this series, basically when doing Krusty Krab scenes, I have a stand that I put the camera on right here, and because of how wobbly it is, it normally tilts the phone down like this, and so what I always have to do is try and get the perfect angle. But even when I get the angle, when I start filming, I've always got to stretch out to get Patrick and Squidward in the shot, and then sometimes what could happen is the phone could literally fall onto the ground without me noticing. It was like tilting or something like that. So it's always painful, but I always get the hang of it in the end. So with that being said, guys, I'm now going to give you all a little montage of some more behind the scenes of this finale.
Montage.
Alright, I'm done. Well, you two enjoy building that new toy, and I'm going home.
Oh, it's a fun toy, alright. Wah! Krabby Patties with cheese have something so good about them. And for those who want the answer of how I take all my plushes outside for outside scenes, yeah, this is the answer. Just before we continue the behind the scenes video, I thought I'd take you guys through how I edit the finale together. So as you can see, we have some of the footage which you guys are going to see in the finale lined up here. And so the way I put all the voice lines in place, guys, is basically go on the layer option on the KineMaster app, and then go onto the media option, which allows me to put some other video options onto the KineMaster video. And basically, then I'm able to put all of the screen recorded videos of all of your lines in there, guys. And I have to try my best to time it perfectly to where all the lines should be at, because if they're delayed by maybe 2 seconds or something like that, I've always got to rewind the video and put it there, or I've always got to fast forward it and hope and pray it's lined up properly to where it should be at. But also, if those are wondering of how I put some green screen effects in the video, basically there are 2 options on KineMaster, where I can either use a chroma key option to get rid of the green screen background, or I can use the magic removal option and pray that it actually removes that if the chroma key option doesn't work, because sometimes KineMaster isn't very good for getting rid of green screen backgrounds. But yeah, that's a little look, guys, behind the scenes. And now let's get back to the main point of the video. So today we are filming one of the biggest scenes for the film, and the reason why it's big, guys, is because this is one of the first big cutscenes where all my plushes are going to be outside, and we're doing an outside scene, but technically not outside because I have brought them all along into my car. And so today we're going to be doing the little road trip cutscenes. If you guys remember my 500 sub special, we were in sort of a position like this with all my plushes in the back, and we were driving along the highway and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, we're going to do the exact same thing again, but all these guys are going to try and take down Plankton and Beaky in this scene. And I brought a Nerf gun along with us so that we have some weapons and stuff along with us for the battle scene, of course, for the film. Alright, so you all are catching me a few hours after I last updated you all, and now we're on the road, and we're actually off to a wrestling match right now, which I don't know if I told you guys earlier. That's where we're on the road to. And so we've got quite a long drive up there, but I thought this would be the perfect time to get some of the road cutscenes done. And as you can see, we've got all the plushes lined up here, which I'm counting on you guys to show your support to this film, of course. So before we left the house, I wanted to get this shot of my mum driving the car out of our driveway and getting a side view of the car. And for what I saw, I thought it was quite perfect, but let me know what you guys think of it once you all see the film, because I don't want to spoil too much. And so yeah, we're going to get through this, hoping it all works first try, but you know, no guarantees. And of course, I'm reading through the script on my other device here, with the Nerf gun included. So I'll catch you all for when we get this done. Fingers crossed it goes right.
You did it, Teddy! Your powers somehow worked on that creature!
1 hour later.
So guys, after a painful hour of doing those first few cutscenes, we're finally moving on to the ones in the front of the car right now, involving Patrick, his keychain, Beaky, and Plankton. So yeah, those back seat scenes took us about an hour to make, pretty much, to get it all sorted and perfect and my impressions to be good enough. And all I ask is for you guys to show all your support as much as possible with this film, because of all of the pressure it is to put this together. But we're going to get straight into these cutscenes now and get it over with. Beaky, you have no skill of driving whatsoever. Like, you could have at least avoided the bullet.
At least I'm trying!
You can't try anything. Now move it!
The next day.
So you all are catching me a day after those road trip cutscenes. I forgot to do a cutscene saying I finished it all last night, but you all are catching me the following day after that. And today we're doing the second biggest cutscene for this film, which of course is back in the woods where we did my 300 sub special at. And so by looking at it, I'm already getting 2023 vibes and 300 sub special vibes off of this. And if you want to know an interesting fact, I have not been back to this woods ever since we filmed my 300 sub special, which is, I think, unbelievable. And throughout the nearly 2 years I haven't been here, a bunch of weeds have been growing throughout that time. So we're going to have to find some different location to film at. So wish me luck on that. And I'll take you guys through a little look at how I set this all up. And this is it, guys. We've got the whole squad lined up here, ready for another big special in this woods. And basically this will be somewhere near the halfway point or something like that, I could be wrong, of the film. And yeah, we're just going to bring back my 300 sub special vibes with this, because all of this, of course, was written in the script, guys. And while we're here, of course, like I did also with my road trip cutscenes, I have to memorize all of your lines, guys, to figure out how slow or how fast you guys have said them. So I'll spend all the time trying to listen to them and try and think about them in my head and see how fast or slow they go. So I've tried my best, and we're going to try and see how it turns out for when I edit it later. But let's hop right into this. Well, your boss clearly forced me to eat at the chum bucket rather than the regular Krabby Patties.
Liar! Besides, I don't ever charge anyone anything for my food.
Liar! And there it is, guys. We finally got all of the cutscenes in the woods for the finale all done. So it didn't take as long as my 300 sub special this time to do all these cutscenes. But that was probably to do with the fact that in the script, I didn't write as many wood scenes as I did for the 300 sub special. Because that was like the main theme, you know, the 300 sub special. It had to take place, most of it, in the woods. For this one, though, that's not the case. So we've got it all done now. And hopefully when I edit it later, it's all going to look well, because that's what I've got to do right when I get back indoors after we've packed away. So yeah, guys, let's get into some more behind the scenes of the film. And here's what happens a lot of the time, guys, when I film a cutscene on a stand. Well, I'll see all you morons there, however or whenever you get there, losers! Alright guys, so you're catching me on the 2nd of June, and tonight we are filming what is going to be the last of the 4 biggest cutscenes for the film that I wanted to get finished with filming and also editing as well along with it. So, it is currently rush hour right now, so it's one of the worst times to do this filming at, but this was one of the only best days I had available, because after today, it's going to be soaking every day until Sunday, and I want to get a trailer for the film out by that point. But here's the setup. So, we have the whole SpongeBob gang right here, who have made their way out of the middle of nowhere, which is the scene before this cutscene, along with Colin taking them. And so, this is where it gets down to real business, where Plankton and Beaky have set up their machine ready to explode it. And so, let me tell you guys, bringing this jukebox of mine outside as the machine was absolutely tiring, but it wasn't as bad as I thought. So, we got it out now, everyone is set up, the script is right beside me, and yeah, we're going to hope and pray that I can get this done in a big flash. But it's a lot more cutscenes tonight than normal, so let's get into it.
Why did we never think of taking everyone's device?
It brings me joy to say this, guys, but we've finally done it! It took us like an hour and a half, something like that, to get this all done, and boy, it feels so incredible to finally have all 4 of the impossible cutscenes I wanted to finish for this film. And so yeah, the only thing that remains now is to edit all of your lines and all the footage together, guys. It's still quite a busy night out here after doing all this filming, but look at the result of what has been going on, guys. And once again, I ask you guys to show all the support you possibly can give me in the film, because it's going to be unlike any other you would probably seen as a Plush YouTuber do. So yeah, with that being said, guys, we're going to get into some of the last few behind the scenes of this video now.
12 days later.
So guys, you all are now catching me on the 14th of June, and it's been 12 days since I've last updated you all on filming this finale, but throughout that time I've gotten a good load of cutscenes all done and sorted for you all, and put all of your voice lines in place, guys. And so now, we are only a few cutscenes away now from finishing all the filming for the finale, and it's unbelievable to be saying that, because I've been working so hard these last 3.5 weeks to put it all together for you all, and it's crazy to think in a few days from now, it's all gonna be over, not just for the finale, but for the whole of my Plush series, and it's unbelievable. But today I've been filming the last few touches of the destruction scene, which requires some help behind me right here, and so you'll see them when you see the film, guys. And so yeah, this has been one of the easier things to film, because all you're doing is just getting some videos and some small little shots of some random houses of mine in this street. So yeah, pretty easy. But now, guys, we're going to take you to a few days later, where we're now going to film the last ever short you all will see me film for the Plush series. Well, guys, this is it. We are about to film not only the last shot of this finale, but also the last shot I will ever be filming for my SpongeBob Plush series. But before I do it, there's a few things I'd like to say. So, I would just like to say a huge thank you to you all, not only for supporting the last 4 weeks of me putting this finale together, filming and editing it, but also for supporting the last 4 years of my life making the series for you all. And I really appreciate that you all have really enjoyed what I've created for you all for all of these years. So yeah, it's been a magical 4-year journey, and I want to thank all of the people who have given me inspiration and encouragement to keep the series going, which means all of you guys out there, all the YouTube fans of my channel. Whether you've been here since the start of the series, near the halfway point of it, or somewhere near the end of it, without all of you guys sticking on the channel, this series would not have gone on for 4 years. And I also need to give a massive thank you personally to my mum and dad for not only allowing me to film all over this place, all around my house, but allowing me to film at all the other locations I filmed all my other Plush videos at. So at the arcade, the woods, on the road and cinemas and all of that kind of stuff. It really means a lot, and I need to thank them mostly for allowing me to put this finale together and take me to all these locations to film it at, so I really do appreciate it a lot. And I also need to give a huge thank you to all my other family members, because back in the 2021 Plush videos, guys, they were the reason how I was getting support and comments on those videos when I didn't know any YouTube friends at the time. So a big thanks to all of them as well for supporting me during that hard time without any YouTube friends. And yeah, the series has grown and grown my channel and has become something that I hope you all look back on and feel as proud as I am to have witnessed it and to have been part of it for both my 300 sub special and this finale. So yeah, a big thanks for that as well. And one final message to all the YouTubers out there: if you ever start making a particular series on your channel, don't give up on making it immediately, because you could be in a position like I am a few years later with all these viewers, subscribers and fans who have supported what you've created. And that's one big reason why I've kept this Plush series going for the last 4 years. And with that, guys, let's start getting into filming for the last ever shot of this Plush series. One final blooper, guys, is that while I was filming this last shot of the finale, these plushes would just not stop falling and standing still properly, and I had to keep doing this shot so many times. And that's it. That is it, guys. That is everything done for the finale, at least all the filming done. And that's it forever. That is literally it forever. I honestly can't believe it is all over. Now there's going to be no more filming ever. That is unbelievable. A whole few weeks of preparing for this and it is all done. And that's it for this behind the scenes video, guys, but I hope it's all made you all understand just how much effort I put into making this film for you all, and I hope you're all really going to just like the final result of it when I premiere it on Saturday. So yeah, the series has just come so far in just 4 years, guys. Just so many ideas, so many crazy moments, and I hope that when you all see the finale, you all will just feel really proud of my result and just how much effort it was to just put it all together with no help at all but just me. And I hope it all understands why you guys are just true fans of my channel, and I can't thank you all enough for supporting the series. I'll see you all for the premiere of the finale on Saturday.